Katie McManus, business strategist and money mindset coach, coming to you live only on 5 accounts tonight. I'm just realizing the irony of me going live. I'm going live on Facebook's, on both accounts in Facebook, LinkedIn, obviously, YouTube, and the ironic one is Twitter because I'm talking about the Threads app that dropped last night. Let me see. Randy House. Oh, you're such a gentleman. Holds the door open for others. Yes. Thank you. Come on in, people. And hola, Randy. We're speaking Spanish now. Awesome. I don't speak Spanish. I speak French and English more. Anyway, so last night, I think everyone had their evening interrupted. I think everyone, their bedtime routine went out the window. I think workouts got canceled this morning. I think kids were, I think school's out, but if there was school, I think kids would have been late to drop off. Everyone, it seemed like, was on the Threads app, which if you haven't gone on there yet, I want you to follow me. It's katie.the.coach. And it's wild. Like the rollout of this app was brilliantly done. There is just the right amount of tease that we kind of knew was coming, but we didn't know what to expect. Michael Fox, I speak English and bad English. I think that's acceptable, Mike. Yeah, Michael. Andrew, welcome. Bonsoir. Oui. And I got a rose and Cledson, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you. Javi, woohoo, welcome. So it feels like everyone like slowly trickled onto the Threads app last night and this morning. My take on it is that like if LinkedIn is our work day and Facebook is like our weekend, Threads is like the really sloppy happy hour that, you do after a really rough week at work, and people like get kind of inappropriate with each other, but like, it's okay because everyone's drinking, but occasionally it turns into like an HR problem later. Oh man. Yeah. Say hi to everyone, please. But it's really funny to, I think in the last couple of years, we've seen some social media platforms come and go. One of them, hello, Janae, nice to see you. Woohoo! So I think we've seen some social media platforms come and go. I think Clubhouse was the big one. The hype was so big. Everyone was so desperately lonely because we were in the pandemic that, the idea of being in a vocal space with a bunch of people was like the next best thing from being alone. Raquel, perfect description. Thank you. Just came up with it. Do they promote cross stitch or crochet? I think they probably promote all thread-based art forms, honestly, Randy. Hi, Lisa Marie. Welcome. Oh man. So many of these people I actually met in Denver. It was so cool. It was like, side note, like I went to this Denver meetup thing that Travis Lochner put together. It was incredible. And I got to see so many of these humans. Thank you. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So we saw Clubhouse come and it was massive for a little bit. Right. And I personally hated Clubhouse. I hated it. There's something about only being audio. Like I'm okay going live and being on camera. This is actually way more comfortable for me than just being in an audio room. I don't know why, but like as soon as it's audio only, I start stuttering and stammering and it's awkward and I'm not really sure what to say. And like, I can't talk with my hands. And I feel like that's half of how I communicate. Anyway, so it went up and it went down and we've kind of all forgotten about it at this point. So Raquel, you hated it too. Yes, I'm not alone. I felt so alone. Everyone loved it and I just couldn't stand it. And Lisa Marie, oh my God, I have my people. Yes. Clubhouse haters unite. Anyway, so I think there's a little trepidation about, how is this going to go? Right. I think it actually has legs, and stick with me. So Twitter was successful for a really, really, really long time because of how it allowed people to communicate. Right. So there's already proof of concept there. This is better, honestly. It's a lot more community building. Like you can't DM people. Like if you have some shit to tell me, you have to say it in public. There's no being sneaky and like sending me a DM unless you platform hop and go to Instagram. Omar, happy Thursday. Great Zoom pretty today. Oh, amazing. I hope you had an amazing time. But the funny thing is that there's always this conversation because whenever a new platform comes out, the early adopters are usually the ones, if they hustle and they stay and they are active, they're usually the ones who become massive on that platform. And so it's really funny to see all the people on this app already who are doubling down and investing serious time that I guarantee you they did not plan on to potentially become big on this app if it does take off. And here's the bit of the thing that I want to call bullshit on is that if all the busiest people, all the people who are busy running their businesses, they're serving their clients, they already have a very full calendar. If everyone can manage to dump a couple things to devote to a brand new social media platform to potentially become big on, like the excuse I don't have time for shit is complete bullshit. Okay. It is bullshit. We all have time for stuff. We just don't make time for stuff. But I have to say, I'm very excited for this. Let me just see. I've never been excited for so few followers. So I have 182 followers already. Very excited for that. One of the things about it that I love is that the GIFs are so easy to put in. You can share links. You can do pictures. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's another GIF. Just showing you my phone. Yeah, it's so much fun. Also, I think it looks like a belly button. I don't know. Am I wrong? Raquel, I was never on Twitter, so I'm taking advantage of trying a different strategy on Threads. Yes. Let me see. Andrew was also not on Twitter. Yeah, I never really got into Twitter either. I always felt like I was like entering a conversation late. You know what I mean? And I didn't understand, do you just jump in and comment? I guess you do. And I guess that's what we're doing here. But it just, I don't know, it felt like pushy, right? Also, I'm long-winded, if you can't tell. Finding clever things to say in short form for me is kind of hard. So this will be good practice for me. But anyway, what are your thoughts? I want to hear in the comments, like, what are you excited for? I'm still trying to figure out how to post GIFs. Oh, Raquel. Okay. So here's what you do. So, if you're going to go post something, I'm going to just do a Threads tutorial here. Okay. So I don't know if you've added the keyboard for GIFs. So you go here and say, I want to do an awe one. You just tap on it and it copies, and literally you tap up here and you paste and it's there and it's magic. And yeah, so that's how you do a GIF. It's super easy. Let me see. Oh my God, this is a really long comment. I'm going to read it all. Okay. Samuel Miranda. One of the things that is different though, is that a lot of people start with the option to follow everyone they followed on Instagram. So many creators already have a lot of followers when they start. I started out with around 1,400 followers in my first day from my previous account. So not everyone might be at the same level, but it's definitely a great opportunity for creators. Yes, 100%. I noticed last night when I downloaded it, and I had a special cookie before this all happened, like 5 minutes before. I had a cookie that my dad made that was, it had something in it. Nothing too bad. It's all herbal. Anyway, but I realized that as I'm scrolling, my eyes were just jumping to the blue dots. And the blue dots, of course, are verification. And I have a theory that those who are verified are going to get more lag time on their posts, which means the algorithm is going to show their post to more people because they're seen as more interesting. I think it's kind of a clever way to kind of get the people who are paying for verification that boost to their engagement. I think it's a thing that we were all wanting on Instagram, to be honest. I started Twitter in 2021. It's a cool platform. I mean, I believe you. It's just, there's been so many bad things lately. I just don't know if I want to invest time over there. Let me see. It's funny to see how LinkedIn's auto captions are replacing your bad words with stars. I know they do that. They don't like me swearing on here. I haven't been banned yet, knock on wood. But yeah. Raquel, I have to. I think you're talking about downloading the GIF keyboard. You're so welcome. I love being just the tech support in your pocket. But yeah, it's funny, like all the like inappropriate jokes that like aren't are completely out of place on LinkedIn, you can do on Threads. I feel like I've gotten to know a bunch of people that I know through LinkedIn a lot better through Threads, which is incredible because, it's only existed in my awareness for just over 24 hours. Raquel, you're verified. Yes. Okay. So we're just going to have to track for anyone who's not verified, what is your rate of follower growth? And for those of us who are verified, because I literally signed up for verification because I didn't want to have this prediction and then be right and not have gotten it. James Patrone, I'm not a fan of Instagram or Facebook, too much drama. That's fair. Totally fair. To each their own, right? I mean, it is your life. It is your time. I have a lot of fun with it. I used to really guilt myself for spending so much time on social media. And one of the things that helped me get over that, and this is just me, I'm not like preaching to you, telling you have to change your mind about this. But one of the things that really helped me come to grips with it and really enjoy my time is I realized how many incredible relationships I was actually creating on these platforms. And I just love being able to stalk people, which is really all Facebook is good for at this point. Anyway, Lisa Marie, I didn't even though think this is a thing until just now. So I'm downloading it as we speak. Okay, cool. Yeah. Connect with me. In your defense, you are on vacation. Yeah. On vacation. Yeah. You don't have to stay up to date with everything. You're forgiven. I think we can all forgive you. Samuel Miranda, that's actually a very interesting topic. Oh, social media. Mm-hmm. Or stalking people on Facebook. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Anyway, but yeah, it's so funny. The thing that everyone seems to be saying on here is like, A, what's the strategy? B, like the strategy is going to be revealing itself over time as people get there and kind of make it their own. And 3, that like, this is where they're intending to be unhinged. Which after seeing everyone so like perfect and buttoned up in their Instagram and on LinkedIn and then maybe on Facebook if we're connected, it's going to be a lot of fun to see what like crazy thoughts people have. James, LinkedIn is probably the best platform I've used yet. Some of my closest friends are on here. Yeah, 100%. LinkedIn is honestly where I've made most of my real friendships with people that I've never met in my life. I mean, I'm literally messaging with Lorraine Benables, who lives in Edinburgh. Never met this person in my life, except for virtually on my Being Brave call on Fridays occasionally and through LinkedIn. And I'm going to go stay with her for a couple nights and we're going to go on an Outlander castle tour in Scotland together, which is just like, how wild is that? When in history would two people who live on separate continents be able to coordinate meeting up like this? It's like magic. If someone doesn't actually believe in magic, you see magic every day. Let me see. Lisa Marie, LOL. I do both. You stalk on Facebook and social media. Yeah. I mean, I'm really nosy. I want to know everything about everyone. Not for bad purposes. I just, I'm curious. And I also it's weird to send them, a questionnaire about their lives. So I just like piecing it together. Anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and go live because I am having so much fun on this. I hope you'll join me on Threads, but also no pressure. I know it's another social media platform and that can be a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Samuel, I heard from other creators that it doesn't necessarily increase your reach, but think it is a way. If the blue tag calls your attention, more people are likely to stop and see. Exactly. That's exactly what I meant. There's more lag time. And if the algorithm sees that action, exactly. Yeah, this is what I think is going to happen, because last night, after I had my pot cookie, my eyes were immediately going to the blue and scanning past all the other posts that were in between. I think it's just going to be one of those natural things. But I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to they're not going to like focus on lag time. Who knows? Let me see. I think you're talking about Michael Ray, Shayna Potter, and Rachel Beck. Are these people to connect with on Threads? If you have their usernames, please put them in, because I want to follow some cool people. Sorry. Nose. I think you're talking about being nosy. Oh yeah, Omar, I would love that. Yes. Just DM me. Anyway, everyone, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just really excited. And I also am never one of the first people to the parties. It's really nice to be one of the firsts. Let me see. Coffee. I mean, if you want coffee, James, I think you should go get some coffee. It is kind of late. If I had coffee right now, I would be awake all night. And I have a very early morning tomorrow. Anyway, speaking of early mornings, it's almost 9 o'clock where I am. Anyway, I want to thank everyone who's joined: James, Omar, Lisa Marie, Samuel, Raquel, Andrew, Janaid, Andrew, and who else? Randy House, and I think Javi was here. Where did he go? Yeah. Thank you all, and Michael and Cledson. Oh my God, so many people. Thank you all for joining. I hope you had a lot of fun. Randy, I was the first to this party. Yes, you were. You're the first to a lot of my lives. Thank you. It's always, so I have a couple friends who they are so conscious, and I love this about them. If you have a party, and especially if you're hosting the party alone, they are so intentional about not just showing up on time, but just a couple of minutes early, so that while you're waiting for people to show up, you're not all alone wondering, is anyone going to come? Because, that's the worst. But may we all be that person, Randy. And you're that person for me on LinkedIn. So thank you. Okay, Omar. Yeah, I get a lot of DMs. Sometimes there's no way to organize the DMs in LinkedIn. It's kind of annoying. James, the bloodline of all creation of life, no coffee, no life. Yes. Just tap it right in. Anyway, thank you so much for joining, everyone. I hope you have an amazing evening. I will be going live tomorrow. So I will talk to you soon. I'm Katie McManus, business strategist and money mindset coach. Have a great night.